Hello, I'm Ryan F9, and here are 10 tools to save time.
Are you tired of touching that nasty chain? Are rulers nothing but a source of despair and inadequacy? Then you need the Motion Pro slack setter thing. You hook it on your chain, raise it to the highest tension, freeze the sleeve, and lower to the lowest. 55mm slack. If this is worth saving 3 seconds over the ruler, your time must be very valuable. Or so worthless that you failed Math 2 and actually can't subtract 20 from 75. Don't worry, no one will know for which reason you bought it.
I wish I could tell you this plastic paperweight didn't cost $25, but I can't.
So here's a free one for us, the old headlight bulb. You probably have one lying around. If not, you can get one for free at any government staff parking lot. But what use is it? Well, say you burn a fuse, yank it out, and bridge the contacts with your headlight bulb. If it glows brightly, you have a short. Then just start unplugging things until it glows dim, and you've found your demon. Now that we know thy enemy, you can save time by rewiring it with a high-quality stripper. I used to have a cheap stamp tool, and that left me guessing what size guillotine to use. Too big, I'm left with this half-circumcised wire. Too small, I've stripped half my copper away. So stop cocking up the bris, Rabbi, and use a self-adjusting stripper like this. One cam pinches the wire, the other bites, and at a certain force that is exactly the force of cutting plastic, the second set of spreaders engages. These clients can do 10 gauge, 20 gauge, anything in between. Look for something with a tensioning knob for when these wander out of spec, and an adjustable stopper, so you can set the exact stripping distance of half your butt. See, butt connectors can save us big time versus solder seals and old school line splices.
It used to be like this. Find the soldering iron, find some solder, wait for the iron to heat up, remember you need flux too, twirl the ends into a lineman splice, do a shitty job soldering, cut that out, do an equally shitty job but lower your expectations, then remember you forgot to put heat shrink on the wire first, so cut it all out and restart. Again.
Fortunately, pain, no matter how long, can be alleviated by a nipple and a thick butt.
See, a tool with this nipple can clamp a bare, thick-walled butt connector, and those make a surprisingly strong hold. Especially when compared to the limp handshake that you get from typical insulated connectors. As proof, I'm putting the thick butt I just crimped up against a quick solder seal and a traditional soldered splice.
The splice takes 41 kilos to break. That's the silver standard. The solder seal takes 23 kilos. That's okay, but our speediest butt crimp takes a respectable 29 kilos. If my wiring is pulling more than 29 kilos, something has gone very wrong with my motorcycle. So I say good enough to save from all the soldering. Now, to share my test results, we have another time-saving tool in our sponsor, Squarespace. I just tell the AI what my site is about, the relative strengths of wire repairs, and it builds the sections and the styles for me. They call this design intelligence because real creative humans come up with the aesthetics that are just matched to my needs by artificial intelligence. Now, I want to sell memberships to a course, Chapter 1 being the lineman splice, Chapter 2 the solder seal, and Chapter 3 is my beloved butt crimps. Okay, this is all going fast because Fluid Engine lets me edit in the website view. There's no code to delve into, and it automatically builds the cell phone format in the background, see? Okay, now I need a paywall, obviously, $660 billed monthly to unlock the secret wisdom of how many pounds each splice will hold. There's no need for tiers, one great price here. And Squarespace Payments is ready to accept money for me. There's no extra plugin portals that are gonna scare off my customers, just a nice clean paywall that's gating my content. Of course, I've already given you all the content for free, but I trust that your business has more business sense than mine, and you may think it wise to click squarespace.com/Fortnite, get 10% off that first domain.
Now that we've finished our wiring, let's wrap it all in our fifth time saver, spicy tape.
Yes, you heard that correctly. See, Honda pioneered soy-based wiring a decade ago. It's very environmental and also kind of sweet and chewy, and this is why mice love to eat your looms. So Honda then pioneered this capsaicin-coated tape for $40 a roll, a racketeering move that will have us bending over to spread our wallets nonetheless, because much as I hate it, I hate a 12-hour rewiring job even more. Ready? Oh yeah. Time for some heavy wrenching. I used to always use jack stands to get under a bike, but it takes a while to remove all the plastics when the machine is fully faired. You often need wood blocks just to level it, straps to stop the whole thing toppling over, and worst of all, it's just IKEA level tedious. So, for 150 bucks, here comes the 1-ton chain hoist. My buddy at the dealership says that they use these as often as the hydraulic lifts because they're just so fast. Now, I assumed it would be annoying to wrench on something dangling, but look, it doesn't move that much. I can even hit it with our time-saving tool number 7, the impact screwdriver. See, back in the 90s, they forged machine screws out of 100% pure cottage cheese. Strip one and you're in for a half hour's cursing as you Dremel a flathead into it, strip that too, finally go to work with extractor bits. So let's turn back the clock and just use the impact screwdriver. You hit it with a hammer, and at the moment of peak inward force, it also turns 1/8 counterclockwise, just enough to break a stuck screw free. Now that we've gotten our parts off, let's save time by cleaning them with an ultrasonic cleaner, or Honda CA66916. One contestant uses regular dish soap and millions of tiny bubbles to find the grit for you. The other is known to the state of California to give your cancer. I got this tip from my buddy with the CBX. The guy has 6 carbs, so he's very invested in finding the one carb cleaner that gets as close to ultrasonically clean from a simple soak. And yeah, that's pretty good for $8 a can. While that's as excellent as you'd expect from a $200 bubble maker. Both options save you from scrubbing. But if you fancy this one, you'd better order fast. See, Honda has discontinued CA66916 and their own mechanics are buying up the stock because Honda's replacement SKU is far less illegal and therefore far less potent. Those are getting expensive. Let's do another free tool. Assuming you have a heat gun, take one of those reflectors and bend it around a screwdriver. Now we have this 360-degree vortex of heat that loosens the hose you'd have spent 10 minutes prying off. Or shrinks wrap from all sides at once without melting the 30 other wires behind. And since motorcycles are tightly packed machines, this last tool will prove expeditious too. It's called a gearless right angle adapter. In theory, it's better than a swivel or universal joint since it bends further, and in theory, it's better than a geared adapter since there's nothing to wear. In reality, it's just an aphrodisiac for machinists. I mean, look at how these pins slide up and down with the relative distance between 2 rotating points. It is beautiful, and also only good for a few dozen foot-pounds before binding up. And the only serious application would be on a vehicle that has lots of hard-to-reach bolts that are all kind of small and low torque. Yeah. So, Motion Pro's slack setter saves us the ruler math, a headlight bulb saves us diagnostic guessing, automatic strippers and proper crimps from soldering, and spicy tape from having to do it all over again. The chain hoist is faster than jack stands, the impact screwdriver faster than stripping heads, and an ultrasonic bath is mightier than the nastiest of chemical soaks. A looped heat reflector will soften your hose, the right angle adapter can make it hard all over again. Just don't try to use it on anything much tougher than maybe a 10mm socket, if you ever find yours. Thank you very much.